morning everyone. So today's topic is on decision making. Okay, decision making, and this is your syllabus, and we are going to cover types of decision making. What basically decision making mean? Types. This we are going to cover today. Now, before jumping into detail about types, process, everything, we must know what does this term decision making mean. Okay, all of you starting from your childhood, some point or the other, depending upon the situation, we are now used to take decisions. So what does this term decision mean? Decision making is the process of selecting the best among the different alternatives. Let's say there are 5 to 6 alternatives in your hand. So you have to choose one. So choosing the best alternative is known as decision making, or else you can say it is the process or act of making a choice, because we are going to make a choice here. So that is why decision making is also known as an art of making a choice. Now when choice word comes, obviously alternatives exist. Now if we see in the organization, many alternatives are available in the organization and departments. From the alternatives, we have to choose the best alternative. So that is why decision making is defined as the selection of choice of one best alternative. Now, what is the definition of decision making? Now, there was a definition which was given by Stephen P. Robbins. Okay, he said that decision making is defined as the selection of a preferred course of action from 2 or more alternatives. Obviously, alternatives has to be there. No single alternative. Like there is a single plan, choosing that does not say decision making. There has to be 2 or more alternatives. From that alternatives, selecting the best course of action is known as decision making. Okay. Next, now some bit of introduction. Again, let's continue with that. Decision making is a daily activity for any human being. Each day, some point or the another, we are used to take taking any decisions. Okay, we cannot say that throughout the entire day we are not taking any decisions. No, we are taking that, and there is no exception to that. We are so used to that even without, like we are not aware, but still we are taking. It has become a habit and a process also, which cannot be avoided. Okay, habit, it has become a habit. Effective and successful decisions bring in profit to the company, and any unsuccessful decisions obviously make losses. So whenever we are taking any decision for the organization, it's highly crucial and important. That is why it is said that corporate decision making, corporate means whatever we are taking from the jurisdiction, from the viewpoint of the organization. Corporate decision making process is the most critical process in any organization. In the decision making process, we choose one course of action from a few possible alternatives. This definition we had already discussed in the previous slide. In the process of decision making, we use many tools, techniques, and perceptions. No doubt in that. In addition, we make our own private decisions or may prefer a collective decision. So in this case, in decision making case, we can either go for an individual decision, or we can ask several other people around, and we can go for a collective decision also. Now, usually decision making is very hard, because whenever we are going for any corporate decisions, it involves some level of dissatisfaction or conflict with another party. You cannot be sure that this decision would be perfect and would be accepted by all. No, we cannot say that. Okay. Clear about this introduction of decision making? What are the steps of decision making process? See, there are 8 steps of decision making process. Identification and purpose of the decision. Why we are going to do the decision? What is the purpose? That we have to find out. Next, we will go for information gathering, information search, because ultimately when we are going for any decisions, take any decisions, we require big informations around. Principles for judging the alternatives. Okay, you just cannot pick anyone. You have to select the best alternative based upon certain theories, concepts, or principles. You have to brainstorm, like lots and lots of analysis of the different choices you have to do. You have to go for evaluation of the alternatives. Once this evaluation of alternative is done, you will go for selection of the best alternative. Okay, once the alternative is selected, then only we are going to implement the decision, and finally we will evaluate the results, like whatever decisions we have taken from the company point of view, whether it is okay or not. So this you will find that we are following this 8 steps of decision making process. Thank you.